I am like really embarrassed because I am not a smoker. Friends, I have never been to a smoke spot in my life. I'm gonna go ahead and take this ear of corn now and do my little exchange here this morning. I'm gonna try to zoom in the best I can. My camera, guys, excuse my camera and excuse all the wind noise. But you can see the dirt all piled up over here. That's where I was doing the digging initially when I ran across the grinding tool. I'm walking towards my gifting spot, and I brought a couple of things with me here. A lot of y'all are saying, Lester, there's no way this is gonna work if it's not dry. I'm gonna sit it here on my knee and take some tobacco. I hope the natives appreciate this. The smell of the tobacco. Boy, we got us a really nice smoke going here. Morning, folks. Lester here, and I'm standing in Jami's garden here at Longhorn Lester's. I'm going to go around this morning doing all of our morning chores, but before I do any of that, I want to show you something. I want to show you something that has completely blown my mind, and it literally gives me goosebumps when I think about it. I would say 3 weeks back, I'm just guesstimating around the time, 3 weeks or so, down at our gift exchange. You all know that there's a spot here on the property where there's been some strange happenings. I'll just say some strange happenings. And I was gifted the sight of a sacred eagle, which is very rare in these parts, along with something that I had seen growing. And she said that right there is corn. And I'm like, Jami, that ain't corn. So what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt to dig it up and take it home and transplant it. I went ahead and took that thing that was growing that I'm certain was gifted to me. I dug it out of the ground and have come back here to Jami's garden and transplanted. I want to show you what's going on. I have to show you this. If you'll bear with me, I'm going to flip the camera around and bring you the next. Just watch. Just stick around for a minute and watch. So I moved a couple of things out of the way already. Guys, would you look at this? Many of you all told me in that video it was corn. And would you look at this? We've given it time. We've given it love, water. Of course, we planted it here in the garden where it has all kinds of fertilizers and the nutrition that it needs. It's gotten, you know, rays of sun from God's goodness. And look what that thing has turned into. Would you look at this? And so today I'm going to go ahead and take this ear of corn. So I'm going to walk over and show you the place where I've done all of the different exchanges with the, I don't really know if I should call them the Native Americans, the indigenous people. I just like to think about those who've lived here before us. That's also where I saw what I thought was an eagle. And that right there is where the corn grew. The corn that is in our garden now. And I hope that no one sees me going in here because they're not going to get that I'm doing this for the right reasons. What I'm here for, my friends, is tobacco. All right, so this is the tobacco we had to choose from. I don't really know exactly if the natives... Hey, babe, did old tobacco have nicotine, like the original tobacco? It smells good. Smell that.
It smells like my grandpa. It does. He used to smoke a pipe.
So my whole thing is, what I'm concerned the most about, and I had no idea how expensive tobacco is. And so it ranged from, that one right there was $19, that small bag, all the way up to $99 for the same size bag, just different brand of tobacco.
Thank God we don't smoke.
Well, I'm just hoping that the Indians are okay with me being a thrifty gift exchanger.
Maybe you should take that price tag off first before you gift it.
Oh, no, I'm taking it out of the bag, though.
Oh, it's perfect
coming
then.
Out of the bag.
It's perfect.
I got the ear of corn that was gifted. Hi, baby. You guys got to stay out of the way for a minute. I'm actually doing some very serious, this is some very serious work. We do not mess with anything that has to do. So do not start digging around in my area. I did not bring the goats. So I'm going to sit down on my bottom I need a place to get my phone set up. Y'all give me just a moment here, okay? I found a nice spot to lean my phone. I'm going to, first of all, open up this ear of corn. I'm going to be very careful with the corn shucks because I'm going to reuse those in something. Man, I've not had to open up an ear of corn in a very long time. I'm putting everything into my metal bucket here. This is a very small ear of corn. I don't know exactly how big this thing is going to be when I get all the shucks off of it. I'm going to save this shuck here for a special purpose. Look at that. So it's not all the way mature yet, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take this ear, the shucks here. I'm taking all of this stuff out for a moment. I'm going to take, now I know this is not dry. I'm going to take some of this tobacco and I'm going to put it here. This is probably a lot more tobacco than what the natives would have known what to do with. I don't want any of my dogs to eat. Stop licking the tobacco. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put the tobacco here on the corn. I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap this tobacco in this other. I'm just pretty much going to replace the ear of corn with the tobacco. And then I'm going to use all of those little stringy things to wrap this together, like so. There. And now I'm going to place this in my gifting spot, my gifting location. And so hopefully the great ones, the ancient ones, will appreciate my gift of tobacco all wrapped in what they gifted me in the corn. Sorry, I have the shakes today. You have to excuse my hands for shaking. Give me a second to turn this around and put this where it goes. So I'm going to set this right there above my grinding stone, the grinding tool. And so the second thing that I want to do is I'm going to collect some of these dry leaves from this same area, and I'm going to mix it with some of the spilt tobacco. There, I got some spilt tobacco in there. Some of y'all are saying, Lester, what are you doing? That stuff costs too expensive to burn up, Lester. Hold on a minute, y'all. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I think I might know enough. Hold on, I'm gonna put my camera. So now I'm gonna grind up all of these dry leaves, all of this dry grass. Here's some dry pine straw. Man, I'm gonna get whatever I can that will burn. I'm gonna mix it all up with my tobacco. Okay, tobacco, whatever you want to call it. Put some more tobacco on top. And as you notice, I have me a metal bucket so that nothing can catch on fire. So what we're gonna do is offer the spirits, offer the great ones. I'm gonna have a smoke. Lester's gonna have himself a smoke with the great ones, the ancient ones. There we go. Now, I've never smoked tobacco in my life, so I really wouldn't know anything about the first thing about rolling up a tobacco cigarette or smoking a pipe, so I really don't know how that would work. But I'll tell you what I think is the same is the fact that we still have tobacco smoke going into the air, and I hope that the spirits, those that still visit and share this land with me, will appreciate the the smell of the tobacco. Boy, we got us a really nice smoke going here. And I really can, listen to me, I can smell the tobacco, and it does. It smells like an old man's pipe. It smells like an old man's pipe. If you've ever been around a man smoking a pipe, that is exactly how it smells. And there we go. Y'all want to look down inside the bucket? That right there is all that tobacco smoking. And I hope that the spirits will appreciate this, because I'm appreciative. And I guess the last thing I'll do while I'm here, I know that this ear of corn is not really matured enough and I haven't cooked it, but it does taste sweet. Uh-oh, our fire has gone out. Corn doesn't have to be cooked before you eat it. It actually tastes like corn that you would buy out of a can. And if you ever cooked it, but then it sat overnight and got cold, and you come by and take a bite the next day, that's exactly how this just tasted. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that was a nice, even gift exchange. Y'all hear the wind pick up? Y'all look. Do y'all see this? No, you can't see it. As I'm sitting here enjoying the nice look. Shoktaha Manghala. Come here, baby. The best thing about this, I would say semi-eaten ear of corn, is that after I'm done with it, it could still be fed to the animals. My dad talks about back in the olden days, and when I say olden, it's not that olden days, but older days. Will you eat that? I'm curious if he'll eat this. Look at that. Look at that. I want to give something to Beverly. I want to give some to Beverly. My dad says that you can't forget that a long time ago, I'm sorry it's so windy, but a long time ago, your corn was such a valuable food staple that it wasn't just the corn that was consumed by humans, but you could also use the corn stalks and the shucks and everything else that would dry up, and you could feed your animals throughout the wintertime. If you didn't have access to hay, you could feed your animals all of that. And guys, I don't want to have to tell you what they would use these for in the old days. Do y'all already know that? Do y'all know what humans would use these for in the old days? Oh, this is probably going to gross many of you see. This is going to gross everybody out. But they would actually use this as toilet paper. That's right, they would use it as toilet paper. Beverly, I want to offer her. Sweetie, you're not that hungry. Let's see how she does with this. Look, baby, what I brought you. I've already eaten the gist of it. Would you like that? Is that good? That was a gift. And now I think that the gifter would be very pleased. I do. Okay, everybody, that's what we got for you. Great Spirits, thank you for the gift. That was a wonderful, thoughtful gift. I hope you enjoyed ours. And guys, you know what time it is. Everybody, get up off the chairs, off your sofas. Let's all, why don't you guys gift me with a little dance?
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.